Hi guys, so I'm going to do a creepy places reading, and I'm going to be looking at Nika, her request for a place, and I don't even need the address. It's just going to pick up her intention, so of the place. So I don't even have to have an exact address or anything, just like an approximate distinct place that somebody wants looking at that was creepy to them, especially if there's other people living in that house. We don't want to cause problems, so we can give, like, you could say the street if you wanted to, but let's be thoughtful. So I'm going to take a look at hers, and I'm just going to clear myself from any and all negativity, and I'm using this Palo Santo. I ask the blessing of my ancestors and of the Creator for this reading, and clearing up this space and my tools and my kitty cat that's next to me. All right, who keeps wanting to hop on this board, and it's like, you are way too heavy for that. Okay. So I'm just going to pick up the information. This is, I know, from Blue Jay, California, a place that Nika lived in. I'm just going to read from, very quickly, the basis of the description of the house. So this reading is going to be on a place in Blue Jay, California, that a viewer, Nika21, had once lived in. And she's saying, or I should say they are saying, that the main highway, the place was on a main highway entering town from the west, and it was a redwood 2-story cabin, just like the one in Secret Window, about 3 buildings from town. Okay, so and Highway 189. So that's what I'm going to focus on. This place, this 2-story cabin, redwood cabin. Sounds like it'd be pretty neat. And Blue Jay is in the San Bernardino, I think, county area. Okay, let me just get the cards. And I will be using, fittingly, the Haunted House Tarot, and I have clarifiers. Okay, so I have, excuse me, I have shuffled, and let me clear my throat. Okay, so I've shuffled, and I've focused on the mentioned 2-story redwood cabin, and in Blue Jay, California, near Highway 189. And now I'm going to lay down the cards and see what we get. And I'm asking what made that particular place feel so creepy to the viewer. Why is it so, why is this place? What's the energy of this place? So that's what I'm asking. And this is what I'm getting. Okay, covering this land, this home, this area, we get a sense of victory with the Chariot. Somebody sees that land, I think, traveled out and really went through a lot to create maybe a homestead. I don't know. It may not even be that the cabin that is now there is what was, I don't think it was what would have been there prior. It's California wood, probably long since gone, but I do think there may have been another cabin on that land at another time, because I did picture a cabin, but earlier, like, not modern. Oh, well, we get somebody that's not very nice there. We get we get a bit of a bully. Not a bit of a bully. We do. This is sadistic energy. This is people that go overboard to prove a point, that they just kind of like to do that, you know? So it can bring out mean, is what I get. It can bring out the short temper and kind of a sadistic streak in people. And I think because that energy, a certain ruthlessness, I feel like emanated from, I feel like a man that had a place on the land. And he really felt like it was his giant, his. Did I tell you that he thought it was his? Yes. Getting a strong sense of that intuitively. That's interesting. So now we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is juggling. And again, there was a feeling like he had to overcome a lot of obstacles to, I feel like, possess that land. And that land may have also been something that he could have had to split with someone else, quite possibly, as well, because sometimes this can be like the sibling. So there's possible, we'll see with the other cards, nod to that, but either way, it's juggling. And I feel like managing perhaps maybe two siblings bought it, I don't know, that were kind of mean. I wonder if they were twins or anything like that. What I get is there's some sneaky stuff, and there's just also some details that are secretive, that just are not known to everyone. They would have been perhaps at another time, but I feel like there's a story to go with that land for sure, and there are secrets for sure, because it crowns it. It's just thinly veiled, so that means that's when you're getting ghostly activity, possibly poltergeist is what I'm picking up. I don't know what you experienced there, but I'm going by intuition, what I'm tuning into, and what the cards are kind of giving me a jump start on. I feel like there's two. I do. I feel like it's a sibling, a couple of siblings that were there. Okay. Yeah, in the recent past, then we have a hermit, when it was more remote. So this goes back. And possibly I'm getting like the 1930s or earlier. 1800s maybe even. Yeah. Like there may have been some activity there, like homestead. And if it doesn't even have to be exactly on that spot. It can be within a mile, of a place. And it just may be that it's just holding on and playing out in that particular vicinity and in that home, because there are people that can see it, and then it can feed off of that. Especially people that might deny their gifts. If they can see or hear, often you get poltergeist-like activity. And this would just be the perfect storm for something like that to happen. Yeah, this is the public. This is the land. This makes me feel like then this land goes out of their hands or out of their family's hands and goes into perhaps out from the family to ownership outside of a family. So I feel like look back to some of the families that may have lived very close in proximity, maybe families that were first ones to settle there that were not indigenous. That's really what I get. I'm feeling like a couple of quite possibly siblings may have come and obtained things by less than kind means. Kind of like thugs. This is Pentacles. This could be like also petty robbery. Okay, I'm picking up on something about that. Yeah, remote. Away from people at the time. I think there was some like criminal function going on in some building with respect, or placed near, if not on that land. I just feel like you're dealing with thugs, and it's about money and steady income. And this would have been a long pattern over again, steadily. So they may have, I feel like there may have been a family that had a place or owned property near, if not within the boundary of that home. And I'm feeling like I'm getting a story here of it at some point going out of family hands into the public, and this is what is problematic. Yeah, I think, because they were I think it took a lot for them to get it, and I don't think they did it by the most upfront means. Yeah, there's violence, and I feel like this violence bleeds into replaying itself out. It would be the kind of place that could potentially turn people into petty bickering against each other, jealousy. And I just get this, I get that these two, again, I think there were siblings that kind of had that rivalry a bit, and had that kind of a kind of prickly, kind of thuggery about them. And I feel like they may have been at odds with a lot of people around them. Somebody that lived there at one point. And I'm feeling like I'm getting a story to do with possibly siblings that lived in that area. I don't think the other neighbors liked them. I think they were bullies, into petty crime. And maybe people got sick and tired of it. Maybe this is vigilante justice. Ooh. Hopes and fears position. We have wanting to keep what you think is yours. This is really a territorial thing. Really about boundaries and defending what you believe is yours. It's like somebody, I believe there was probably some blood spilled there, for sure. Ace of Swords, and there's blood spilled in the background of this card. Especially with the fighting I'm seeing around here. The people that lived in that area may not have been at odds with other people that came in. But I feel like we're dealing with quite possibly siblings. Maybe up to no good. And I see people coming into their environment and the people in the environment around them unhappy with them. And I think violence, they want to do violence to them. And they're in a position, I'm being shown, of wanting to defend what they have and defend themselves. So they may have been attacked in that area. Even if they didn't live in that area, maybe it was that they were just attacked there, and could have lost their lives too. There would be two here. Their story may not be well known with the High Priestess. Let's draw some clarifiers. Ace of Cups, another ace, and the Ten of Cups. A lot of emotion here, very passionate, overflowing. People were really worked up. Whatever these guys did, and I think it was repeated petty theft, quite possibly. People, I think, took the matter into their own hands. And I think it was based on the premise of, we're going to protect our family. You're mugging them or robbing them. And I really get a sense of families feeling like we don't want to have to worry about this anymore. So then we're given the Four of Swords, which can be about healing and peace. But it also can be a gravesite. And there could be the body of one of these two pentacles. Interestingly enough, they are pentacles, the Two of Pentacles here that I get. And with this particular deck, this can be siblings. It's weird how you get this understanding with spirit in certain decks and that what they can use, but it works. And I'm just feeling like this is one of two siblings that may have died or was attacked. Maybe he was the only one that passed, but for whatever reason, I think his depth site and where his body lay and where he may have been even buried, I think his body was on that land, if it's, not gone to dust by now. But it's a part of that land. I think he had this, we're looking that there was a death there, a violent death. Even that bothers me. This looks like somebody's, hey, guess who's under the kitchen floor? This is activity. And it's been covered up. There's a different perspective one needs to have about the activity that went on there. And I think this is activity of burying somebody. Again, I get a body there. Okay. That's crazy. But I really do. I feel like there was an assault. We're being shown. And I feel like at least one of perhaps two siblings may have passed, with the King of Pentacles being one of them. And I get the whole thing of the burial spot, or this is where his body may have been placed or dumped. It might also have been where he died. So there's something about that his dead body was there. Okay, basically that. And I think buried, because then I got this. Yeah. We're given the card of Strength. Enduring. And this is a new beginning. I think it's like figuring out this guy is the one that is responsible for a lot of activity. I feel like these two cards are telling me that he developed a lot of skill to be able to be pretty clever in what he was able to do, like levitate or move things around. Can you see that she's got this suspended, this rose, this new growth, this new thing? So it makes me feel like it's over a long period of time, the spirit put some effort into being able to create the activity that they do that affects the earthly realm with with the Page of Pentacles. There is deceit, though. Again, the person died as a result of deceit. Again, it gives me that kind of bandit feeling that somebody was a thief. And they may have been ambushed. You know, we've got issues about theft. You know, it could be somebody robbing a wealthy businessman, as well. And maybe one of the two that came to rob, maybe one of them didn't make it. Who knows? Maybe the businessman could be that King of Pentacles, and maybe somehow one of someone's life was taken. But it could be the businessman, or it could be that businessman is kind of more of a thief businessman, if you know what I mean. Definitely get that thug feeling in robbery and ambushing people. And I think that this person may have done it enough that it got turned around and done to them. Quite possibly. Or, it didn't pan out this time. Yeah, I get there was a couple. They had an agreement, and something sudden and unexpected happened. And the couple that I'm only feeling is really this couple. But wealth, yep, big and small. So I'm feeling like you're dealing with people that were robbing, and you're dealing with people that were being robbed. And I think we're dealing with people that were sick of it. And I think that somebody got some karma. Yeah. So that is what I can give you. What I'm getting as a result of, I think, also my work in a mediumship class with Debbie Hedberg from Freebird Tarot. And I think it's really helping me to pick up a lot more. So that's what I feel like. We got something like that going on at that place. So that's very interesting. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, please make sure that you are subscribed, and please make sure to share and to include a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. And tips aren't sneezed at. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Happy Halloween season. Or whenever you feel like you want something spooky.